Good afternoon. This is week 10 journal of AJ025. It says, as mentioned in my introductory post to this week, the United States does not have a domestic terrorism charge. While the Patriots Act defines domestic terrorism for the purposes of authorizing law enforcement investigations, no federal criminal offense exists which referred to as domestic terrorism. While international terrorism, acts of terrorism transcending national boundaries, is a defined crime in federal law, acts of domestic terrorism are charged under specific laws, such as killing federal agents or attempting to use explosives to destroy a building in interstate commerce. And I believe that since we do not have an actual charge for this type of thing, that we need to get one as soon as possible. I think that's why we are seeing more and more of this activity, whether it's the left or the right, and this rioting, and I think the charges should be harsher. It says here, if the nation's Department of Homeland Security says that domestic terrorism is the biggest threat right now, why do you think we still have not come up with a federal domestic terrorism charge? I'm really not sure about that. I think they should basically carry the same charges as the international. If we did that, there would be very strict laws on this, and the consequences for doing these acts would be looked at a lot differently. It says we develop criminal charges all the time at the state and federal levels. Why do you think it's so hard to come up with a domestic terrorism charge? And like I said, I really don't know. But after I did realize when I was doing the research on this and watching these videos, the 1 minute 46-second video of domestic terrorism, that the video was actually of the insurrection at the Capitol, done by the right. And a lot of the right's events have been negatively, I believe, have been negatively shown by the media on TV. I know of what's going on in Portland by the left and what's going on with some of the Black Lives Matters movements and these marches, and every time someone of color gets shot, that they are able to have these riots, and nothing's ever talked about of that being domestic terrorism, and so that really touches a nerve with me. So those are my thoughts for today, and see you next week.